the bridge collapsed in Pittsburgh and thankfully no one died. It could have been far worse. It was bad, but it could have been far worse. And coming out of this, I think the attention should be and the conversation should be, what more can we do? Let's take the money that's already been passed in the past year, make sure it goes to stop things like this from happening. But what more can we do? But I noticed initially on Twitter, there was a little bit of what I would say needless. It's almost like a win more sort of thing against the progressives that wanted a wider consideration of infrastructure and what we could do. So we're gonna jump ahead just briefly to some of these tweets. I saw this one. This is the second to last graphic. This is why the idea of using the infrastructure bill as leverage was never a good idea. Cities and states need that money. Glad President Biden will be in Pittsburgh this afternoon. So, okay. And then the replies to that were even worse. We know it. We need to make 2022 primary voters know it too. Democrats who voted nay on infrastructure. And there were way more. And eventually it devolves into randos. And I don't want to waste all of your time there, but this seems insane to me. They didn't oppose the funding. They wanted more, not less. And long before we had the bipartisan infrastructure bill, or long before President Biden was in office, they were doing the most effective nonstop advocacy for doing these sorts of things, fixing infrastructure, fixing housing, fixing all this. The idea that, and they lost, by the way. The moderates won, the centrists won. That money is not gonna go out. The elder care stuff and all the stuff having to do with the climate, it's not gonna happen. We're screwed in that way. And then on top of that, let's vote them out of office because they wanted more funding for infrastructure. How stupid is this as an angle to take following a devastating infrastructure collapse?
It is the pukey, terrible word cloud of why politics is horrible. The converse of that argument that they're making is everyone should look at everybody on this moderate approach side who, by saying no to the other part of the Biden Build Back Better plan, is standing idly by, voting nay essentially, as the entire, as everything that the extended BBB plan would benefit does not go into effect. So the crumbling roads and bridges is also the heightened prices for Medicare prescription drugs. The people are dying from that. Elder care, people are dying from that. Every single day, you just can't see it. It's not as catastrophic at Getty Images as a bridge collapsing. Yeah, which they, totally. As John points out, these 6 who voted no, in a way they clearly laid out, they also supported that funding. It's just wildly disingenuous and wholly stupid and unconstructive, especially while along the way, the same people who are like, how dare you try to use leverage in politics, drag their feet and use leverage to stop the things that would benefit stuff that most Americans agree we need.
Exactly. Most Americans agree. We should have a segment about that. By the way, one added layer of irony is in that first tweet where it was like, how dare they try to use that leverage? Thankfully, President Biden will be here. They were trying to get Biden's agenda passed. Manchin and Sinema, the ones who weren't doing the leverage, and I have no idea what this person or any of their views of those are, but they're not criticizing them. They are criticizing the squad. They killed Biden's agenda. Those 6 people that we need to vote out, they were trying to get the moderate Democratic president's agenda passed. But the other moderates stopped them from doing that. And so a moderate Democrat failed. And so obviously the blame, because of other moderates, so obviously the blame has to be on progressives, the few progressives who are trying to help people. Our politics. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.